Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, hey, I want to go over sold books, stuff that I've actually sold. Had some pretty good weeks. Let's look over the last 2 weeks. I sold like just under $1,700 worth of books. 1684 I think was my number. It was 21 books and it was like just under $81, $80.90 average sale price. So that's pretty good. So I'm gonna dig into that and then I'll show you, I'm gonna do pop-ups and show you what sold. And I had 2 big sales that really biased things. But even without those huge sales, I still have some pretty good average sale price. I've got my cheat sheet here of like $38. So hey, before I jump in, I'll say thanks. Thanks for the channel support, the views, you guys, comments, watching. You know, you guys keep watching. I'll keep doing this and we'll see what happens. So, you know, the last 2 weeks, it's been over a week since I posted anything. I've been, you know, just busy. I had a buddy come down. We were going to go to the Neil Young concert here in Huntsville at the Orion Theater, a beautiful amphitheater. And so we did that, but he was in Nashville, so I met him and had a great time up there. In particular, there's this one place we went to on Broad, just right down from Union Station, connected to the Grand Hyatt, but it's called Bar Continental. And the guys put in this like vinyl lounge, listening lounge, had some good Macintosh amps, and it's like great sound. Had a great time there. And if you've never, went over to the Station Inn down in the Gulch area and saw a show with Junior Brown, and just amazing time. So had a great weekend catching up with him. Good buddy I've known for over 30 years now. So just one of my closest friends. So it's always good times when you can spend time with good friends, right? So kind of getting back on track. I've done some good sourcing. I'll show you some stuff later in another video that I found, some cool stuff. But let's go through the sales that I've had. And it is, you know, the first one is this big one. I'll put the first one up. This Throne of Glass box set. This thing did sell and it sold for $529. So that's one of my huge sales that biased it. That's the one I did a short video and said, would you pay 50 bucks for this? So it turned out to be a great return on investment. It sold, took about 2 weeks to sell, had a few lowball offers, but then it sold great. Then the next 2 are some Warhammer books. I had a Double Eagle and Last Command. The first one, Double Eagle, sold for 30 bucks. And the second one sold for 20. These hardback Warhammer fiction books, you know, the Dan Abnett, Graham McNeil, whenever I see those, especially if I'm getting them for $1 or $2, it's hard to go wrong. You know, just always look them up, but it's hard to go wrong with those. Then the next one that really biased my sales, I did sell the collector set of Bridgertons that I did the little video on or showed them a few weeks ago. It took about 2.5, 3 weeks to sell. They went for $429, so great price. So those 2 together were 960 bucks. They were over half of my total sales for the last 2 weeks. But kind of going through some others, just shows you I had a best offer for this Green Knight of the Cloth. This was a book I've had for a while. It was on playing poker in the Old West. I got it out, sold it for $8, made a little bit off of it, just get it off the shelves. It didn't sell like I thought. Then I had the Sierra Bullets reload manual. It sold for 12 or 13. Again, it's usually solid for that 13 to 15 range. Got 12 or 13 for it. Then this book set, it was this Quirk O'Connor 3-book set that I had. It's popular series. I think I only paid 50 cents each for those, and put them together. They sold for 14, so that was a good one. Then I had these, going through these pretty quick, this Tom Brown Wilderness and Edible Plants, like Wilderness Survival. There's like 4 in this series, or maybe more, but you see a lot of times 4 of these boxed together. I only had 3. I took a best offer for 21, flipped them. They had some age spotting and things, so I thought 21 was fair for those. And I paid 50 cents each for them, I think. So the next one, I've showed you in a couple of videos recently, this Timoshenko guy, you know, he does all kinds of technical manuals. This Theory of Elasticity book sold for 15. That was a quick flip. Then this one, I didn't exactly know. I might could have gotten more for this one. I priced it at $49.99, 50 bucks. It says World War II Veterans of DeKalb County, Tennessee. It sold fast. It sold within a week. Flipped that one. I think I paid $1.50, maybe $2 for it. Flipped it for 50 inside a week. That was good. Then here's what I actually sit on my shelf for a while. This Systemic Theology 3-book lot. And I think I paid 10 or 15 bucks, 10 bucks, $8 for those at one of my local libraries. They sold for 70. So they sat there for probably 6 months, and then the right buyer, 70 bucks. So that was, pretty good return. Here's another Warhammer book. This was Dan Abnett's Titanicus, 50 bucks. Man, I'm loving some Warhammer this week. Then I sold this, The Cowries of the World. This particular one sold for 50. It was back over the last 2-3 months ago. I found a bunch of books on cowries, these shells, right? And some of the olive seashells, and they've all sold. And some of them were like over $100. So anytime I see something on shells and cowries in particular, I'm going to remember that. This particular one sold for 50. So that was a great one. Then I had these Library of America, 2 of them with Edith Wharton, sold for 20, basically 10 bucks each. Allotted them together for 20. That was good. Then this Strongholds and Followers RPG game, I got a best offer on that for 25, and I let it go. I think I could have kept it around, but it had a little nick on the corner, and then it had like a big, like white lettered on the black inside, a gift inscription on the inside. If it hadn't had that, I think I could have got more like probably 40, but I got a best offer for 25 and let it go. So these next ones were kind of cool. It was this Brian Lumley Horror Necroscope, I think it's the series. It was 18, and I've had some good success with these kind of paperbacks, like like what I call reader lots. These are not collectible. They're complete. They're not falling apart, but they show creasing wear. There was 18 of those, and I got 70 bucks for them. So that was a good. Franklin Library Robinson Crusoe sold for 14. Franklin Libraries, some of them, there's a signature edition that sells better, some autographed editions. My experience, the Easton Press and those sell better or command higher prices. But that one sold for 14. I was glad. It had been on my shelf for a minute, so it was good to get it out. And then this next one was, I had this, was it Plantagenet? I did this when I did the original video, this Ancestry books, right? This is 3. I was asking like 129 for them. They're big, they're heavy. I had some other ones that was like, it was like this different Ancestry series. There's one that was 3-volume, one was 5-volume. They all sold. They sold like, they're selling for about 30 bucks each. And I was asking 129 or 119. I had an offer for 90, 30 bucks each. I paid $1 each for these, and shipping's on top of that. So shipped them out, so $90 on that one. That was the best offer. And then I had this C&O Railroad book. That was 18. Railroads, can't go wrong. Then another Aviance Musk. I'm down to like, I think I got 5 of these left, and I'm gonna be so sad when they're gone. I sell one of these like once every 2 weeks. So, Curator Lost, helping people smell good. So it's, like the one lady, she had emailed me or texted me on the through eBay, and she had said, this was her scent from the 90s, and she was glad to get it. So I bought these, a whole box of them for like $3, and they just keep selling like every couple of weeks. So if you're on a train or a bus somewhere and you smell somebody smelling really good, it's probably from Aviance. So 50 bucks. So that's good. And then this last one, it was this Almoraid, I think it's Almoraid. When I originally bought this book, it's been on my shelf for a minute. I sold this for $99, $99.99, 100 bucks. I had this, it's probably on my shelf for over a year, I know. But I had seen, when I bought that in a foreign language section, like a list component was like 1,500 bucks. And I think I got it for $1, right? I'm like, are you kidding me? 1,500 bucks. And I was researching it. So I got it, sit there, and it's an Arabic to English dictionary. So, I got 100 bucks for it. It's still, it sat there for a minute, but it was, getting 100 bucks for it made me feel good. And I didn't ever list mine at like 1,500. I think I started off like $2.99 and then brought it down. And I think somebody gave me, I still had 100 and something on it. Somebody offered me $99.99. I'm like, yeah, let's just go. So all total, I just blazed through 21 books that I sold over the last couple of weeks. $1,684, average sale price of $80.90. Now, granted, $960 of that were from the big Sarah Moss box set and the Bridgerton set, those two. But on the other 19 books, you know, that made, I've got my cheat sheet here, $724. And that basically boils down to an average sales price of $38.10 on those 19. So listen, if I can keep an average sales price of $38.10, I'm digging it. And you'll notice not every book, I had an $8 book, I had several $14 books, but I had a bunch of 40, 50, some 70s. I'm pleased with that $38.10. So anyway, that's what's been selling for me. Hopefully you can see it's what works for me, gives you some ideas. You know, you can hopefully learn from it and enjoy it, let you kind of train your eye. So anyway, see cool, buy cool, and list it so you can sell it. And hopefully you guys are jamming too. So talk to you soon. Bye.